Welcome back to another weapon build video, and today we're going to take a look at the Alternox. This is Geyer's signature weapon. In hands of Geyer, this is an electricity based weapon. Now it does have two fire modes to this, and real quick, my first impression of this weapon, I thought it was going to be amazing. Alright, that was my first impression, but actually using it, it just changed very differently. Now it is pretty cool. I like how the animation is, the electricity bolts, the little balls that pop out, like amazing. But there's something in here that I really did not like to see. It just lacked of. So hopefully this will change your mindset of this weapon. Just a slight bit, but not too much, because there's something in here that I did not like either. But let's continue on. Fire rate is 4.33, magazine is 28, reload is 1.8. We have everything else is great too. 14% critical chance, 2.2 crit multiplier, and a status of 30%. So not bad. Decent crit multiplier, at least a bit. Pretty good status. Electricity damage, its own element, is 62, of course. The active is basically the electricity explosion. Electricity that sticks to any surface and pulses electricity before it explodes. So that is the active over here, which why it says radio attack as well. Now every stats up top is the same basically. Critical chance is 2%. Critical multiplier is 2 times that, and 44% status. So that explains a lot about this weapon, why the active isn't as great as the first fire mode, of course. Impact, puncture, slash, electricity damage, not all so great, but this one you really won't be able to rely on too much. But radio attack, well, the damage fall off is 60%. And that obviously isn't great. Not great at all. Here's my build. I'm using galvanized chamber, 80% multi-shot on kill, 30% multi-shot for 20 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. So you're stacking at 5 times, 30% multi-shot. We have galvanized aptitude, 80% status chance on kill, 40% direct damage per status type affecting target for 20 seconds. Stacks up to 2 times. So you're stacking at 2 times, 40% status. We have vital sense, 120% critical damage. Stormbringer, affected clip, 90% toxin, and 90% electricity damage. So we have more corrosive damage in here, which I wanted to make that notice. Now, there is some things, like I said, this weapon very much lacked of, and that was just it, is damage. So that's what I was talking about, where I didn't say I liked about this weapon. So the mods that I use in here is focus on more damage, because you need it. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, well, you have Primary Merciless, you have this, and then you're going to have another mod. Why are you using all these damage mods? Because it's going to make the damage better. I'm telling you, the impression that I got from this weapon was, I thought it was going to be great, but it lacked a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Even the first fire mode lacked of a lot of damage. And it is it's a rapid fire, and I thought it was going to do very well, but it lacked badly. So heavy caliber, 165% damage, all right, but it decreases your accuracy. We don't care about that. The next mod, the last mod that I use, is also going to help us out a lot. And well, I want to explain to you that there is 2 mods you can use. I just want to put this out here, because before I even move on any further, I just want to give you your options. You either use bladed rounds, which increases your critical damage by 120% when aiming when you get kills. The next mod that you have an option to use is Vigilante Armaments. Alright, it gives you 60% multi-shot, and it also increases your chance of getting those critical hits as well. So that will increase your critical chance. So those are your options to use. My recommendation, Vigilante Armaments. Why? Because you're going to see in a second. How could I forget the Arcane? We have Primary Merciless in here. You could use Deadhead as well. I mean, there's a lot of things that you're not going to really focus on nor notice that you really need. So I think primary deadhead and, you might want to actually use. But I'm just going to stick to primary merciless with you guys. So we got 30% damage for 4 seconds, stacks up to 12 times. 30% reload speed, 100% ammo maximum. Pretty great. For people that don't want to use primary deadhead, I'm just actually going to switch to this because I want to show you how much damage you can actually use with this. 120% damage for 24 seconds, stacks up 3 times. You got 30% headshot multiplier, which is going to be vital for the enemy, and negative 50% weapon recoil. So that is why I say definitely use this, because of the 30% headshot multiplier. At first, when I used this weapon, it was not doing as great damage as, well, it is now going to do. It really lacked badly of damage, guys. Like, really, really bad. This is why you're gonna need all the damage mods you can get. Now, Bane mods. I know you guys are gonna probably mention that as well. Go right ahead and use them. I'm sure it's gonna work very well. But, yeah, I don't know. I just don't like switching the mods around, blah, all this and that. So you guys can go ahead and use that if you want as well. I'm sure it's gonna make the build 10 times better. But just wanted to let you know that, yeah, it just wasn't doing what it is now. So as you saw with primary deadhead, it did really, really great. I mean, obviously it gives you more damage because of this Arcane giving you 30% headshot multiplier. That is the best thing about this Arcane. And then obviously more damage. So that is going to be that part of this weapon. And then I will now tell you that if you use your Carrier Prime with the Prime Laser Rifle or Sweeper Prime, you'll be able to have increased critical chance once you use Vigilante Armaments, Offensive Revore on this Sentinel weapon. So, once you spawn them again, you should be able to see more critical chance now. Now, this weapon does have a great punch through. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually freaking amazing. I mean, it is balls just being blown at you, hitting you. Like, it's, yeah. Kind of like the Foreman, you know? But the Foreman is like a pump action type of, it seems like a pump action to me. But it's not really a pump action. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, honestly. But as you can see, amazing damage. And we'll leave it at that. Okay, the next part we're going to talk about in this is something very different. Since Geyer is an electricity-based Warframe, she will come with some scales of weapons that will probably work effectively with her. And I'm thinking that Alternox is that electricity-based Warframe. So this next build will focus on more of helping Geyer do more electricity damage, or helping with that damage, than really just not like focus on the weapon itself. It's supposed to help Geyer take down enemies and high level enemies faster. So that's where it's focused on. Now, I would probably say throw in electricity here, just focus on a whole electricity weapon. Which, you know what, I definitely wanted to do this whole time. I should have probably did this just to see how effectively it'll be. Focus on just electricity and electricity only, and not just have one element that focuses on corrosive, because I don't think it's going to be a perfect add-on when you use this weapon. So now we have 666 electricity damage, which, well, let's see how this goes, because I was testing this out earlier. Since she is that electricity-based Warframe, we have to see if this is going to really help it out. And as you can see, it's just, you know, it's one of those Warframes where It really could benefit Geyer at this point. At the same time, I don't know how to really feel about this. Well, that was terrible. But that's basically what this build is supposed to be focused on. I guess electricity damage. Or if you want to focus on at least a corrosive build, which we'll just really quickly switch back to. Nope, not you. You know, I probably recommend that. Maybe I recommend corrosive. Yeah. Recommend corrosive. I probably should have just stick to that. Thinking that electricity will do more damage involving more electricity. Thinking that would help build up more damage. But I'm not gonna lie, the corrosive is actually, it did amazing. It did amazing. Helping Geyer out do more damage. Yeah. And that is my two builds. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Really, just mainly this one, and then this one, no. Because Galvanized Aptitude does not work because of the radio attack. It's not gonna work with the explosive weapon like this. But this one does work with the fire mode, the first one, the auto. That's the only one that works on. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this build. And if you enjoyed it, let me know. And if you didn't, then please do not. When taking this weapon to the still path, yeah, not so great in my book. The first fire mode, however, is not bad anymore. How I had it, this build with, how did I build it? Yes, it is not so bad. I mean, like I told you, the expectations was a little bit off to me. First trying this weapon out, I got a little disappointed with the damage. So yeah, I mean, no, not a great weapon to take with to the still path. I mean, maybe stick to lower enemies when it comes down to the still path, but most definitely higher level enemies is not going to scale any great with this weapon. Not at all. Not even 100%. Now with Geyer, of course, yes, I would definitely say you can use that with Geyer, but Geyer only, because she is the electricity based Warframe, and she does add on more damage with that electricity. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm a little bit actually disappointed with this weapon still. I think I'm still in the emotional headspace for this weapon, because just I had high hopes. Now that high hopes is just met with confusion, and why the heck is this weapon so bad? But anyways, that is all for the video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Follow me on all social medias and Twitch. Links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.